Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're following up on Square Enix selling off their Western studios to Embracer Group with a rumour and a few articles that are saying that Square Enix might be positioning itself for an acquisition. Now that Square Enix has sold some studios and IPs, some believe the company is attempting to make itself more appealing for potential acquisitions. So there's been a lot going on at Square Enix of late. And anyone that thinks the company's getting ready to settle down now they've sold off their biggest Western studios could be in for a surprise. While it's plain as day to see that Square Enix in 2020 is not the studio that many of us remember that made the Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest games, as well as being the publisher of things for like Nier Automata, there seems to be more restructuring going on behind closed doors. And there's the rumor on Twitter from a guy called Jeff Grubb about the state of Square Enix and what it could mean for the company in the grand scheme of things. The idea that's currently being thrown around is that Square Enix is preparing itself for a major acquisition. While Mr. Grubb doesn't seem to have any concrete information to confirm or deny that, he apparently believes it's the case. So everything right now is just rumor and hearsay. So according to Grubb, the idea that Square Enix is looking to get acquired by a bigger company isn't actually based on inside knowledge, as none of his usual sources want to comment on any matters due to the very real possibility of legal consequences if they leak information. So instead, Grubb's take on a recent Embracer acquisition of Square Enix developers is that the publisher wanted to shed IPs and studios and streamline its holdings. Others have suggested that Square Enix is selling off its Western studios to avoid potential FTC antitrust problems for whoever acquires the company. Of course, though, Grubb does outright state that he believes that Square Enix has an acquisition in mind already. The company may simply be reinventing itself in a way that makes sense to the higher-ups. Square Enix president has expressed interest in stuff like blockchain and NFTs, for example, and the publisher may have believed that properties such as Tomb Raider and Deus Ex simply had no growth potential in that direction. However, Square Enix still does have some games in development. They recently announced that Kingdom Hearts 4 is in development, as well as all those other spin-offs, Kingdom Hearts, like the mobile games and stuff. So there's a chance that Square Enix may just believe that its future lies within the JRPG and JRPG adjacent titles such as Forspoken. Combining such AAA franchises with lightweight NFT-oriented products could very well lead to huge investment opportunities for Square Enix in the future. Depending on where the industry goes next, this could make them an appealing acquisition opportunity for sure. So because of this rumor that they are getting ready for an acquisition, there's obviously rumors trying to link Sony with the acquisition of Square Enix. This is due to another article recently, which I'll go into in a minute, about Sony getting ready to acquire a big studio, and that Square Enix and Sony in the past have had exclusivity deals with their games. So as I just mentioned, there is a rumor that a really big PlayStation acquisition could be in the works. Sony has recently acquired several studios along with Microsoft, as we seem to be going back into the 90s Sega's versus Nintendo era of gaming. So there's been a rumor suggesting that another massive acquisition is currently in the works. So PlayStation has acquired several studios in the past year. 2021 saw them acquire Housemarque that made Returnal, Bluepoint Games that did the remake of Demon's Souls, Firesprite, Nixxes Software, and Valkyrial Entertainment. Needless to say, PlayStation Studios has greatly expanded since the beginning of the generation. Now, on January 31st, 2022, Sony announced it had acquired Bungie for $3.6 billion. However, Bungie confirmed that it will continue to develop multi-platform games and will not release content exclusively for the PlayStation devices. Games currently in development at Bungie will also not be exclusive, which resulted in some fans questioning Sony's decision to pay such a hefty fee. Now, a new rumor suggests that Sony has another massive acquisition to announce. This information comes from GamesBeat's Jeff Grubb again, and Kinda Funny's Greg Miller. So they uploaded a video on Kinda Funny Games YouTube channel. Grubb and Miller confirmed that they have heard about a new really big acquisition from multiple sources. They do not share any further details, as they don't seem to be 100% confident about it going through. Every rumor should be taken with a grain of salt, but both Jeff Grubb and Greg Miller have been correct on several occasions in the past. Nothing has been leaked about any other major acquisitions from Sony or Microsoft at this point, and many fans have been left stunned at the announcement. It is strange for this information to get out in this matter, but it doesn't mean it may turn out to be true or false. Sony had early confirmed it was looking to acquire more studios, as well as Microsoft, as they continue to push forward with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. There aren't many big studios left for either company to acquire, really. If you want to buy EA, you can buy EA. Ubisoft are obviously rumored to be up for sale. And the other ones in the West, I can't really think about it. So you'll be looking at the studios in Japan, like Square Enix, Banco, From Software, and any other studios that I can't think of off the top of my head. So that's it for this article and this quick video. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in. I just want to give a shout out to his dudeness who dropped me a message in my last video. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. So from me to you and this video, it's game over.